Hi guys, welcome to Get Lucid TV episode 6. I am going to be talking all about breakthroughs. We're on episode 6 already, which feels incredible. If you're tuning into this live, give me a hashtag live, a hashtag replay. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag GLTV fan. If you have been following along with this entire series, give me a hashtag new if you're new to this. If I would love to know that you're tuning in and connect with you. Saying that, this is a live premiere. To keep it short, snappy, to the point, you are watching the live release and I'm actually watching along with you so I can still reply in real time. At the moment, I'm really focused in on community, connection, finding your tribe. You'll know that if you've been following along with some of my recent posts. And in a lot of those, I talk about how community is such a huge part of lucid living work. Because I really think community, having support systems, friends, people who encourage you and inspire you, make a massive difference. Having those people around us when we feel anxious, depressed, when we need some encouragement, those people that pick us up when we're feeling down, they motivate us, they help us to be our best selves, especially during this time where we can tune into a lot of pain and suffering that's going on in the world. Many of us are seeing and experiencing live pain, suffering, chaos all over the world in the streets right now. Something that's been so eye-opening to me during this time is how the internet has actually helped connect us, spread news and spread love during this time of disconnect, lockdown, quarantine. There's also so much opportunity to be had where the internet is right in the palms of our hands. Just one person filming the George Floyd incident, a less than a 10-minute video, it really shook the world. What a powerful concept to think about, right? One video under 10 minutes long can really have an impact. If you're watching this video, you're probably someone that has a mobile phone, you have the internet, you have the ability to create something like that. So what an incredibly powerful time to be alive. A time where we can share some information and it can reach millions of people, right? There's so much potential in that. What I want to do in this video today is challenge you in something that I know will help you. It will help you in your dream practice. It will help you reach a new level of success. It will help you in your business. It will help you in your personal life. I really want you to commit to this. It's so easy to not make time for things that will actually really benefit us. People, and I'm sure a lot of you tuned in right now, we make the time for things that directly make us income. We'll make the time to go to work or do something when we know there's a paycheck at the end of the day, right? But what people aren't as great at is making time for those things that don't necessarily fit into that category, but they do have a huge effect on our ability to create success for ourselves. So I want to challenge you with a task today, and it's something that everybody can do. It's gonna maybe reveal some of your weaker areas, maybe highlight some of those childhood blueprints or ways that have been programmed into us. But it will help you look at certain situations that may be holding you back, and it can change everything for you in an instant. So I'm hoping this will be a quick video tonight, even quicker with my new editing skills. I want a quick and simple training for you that you can put into action immediately. But I want you to really commit. So whether you're watching this live premiere or whether you're catching up on replay, before you even find out what this challenge is, just knowing that it is going to benefit you. And I'm telling you, hand on heart, it will benefit you. You are going to learn something about yourself. You will break through blockages, things that are holding you back. So commit right now. Type it into the chat box. Whatever the hell you're going to suggest, Lana, challenge accepted. I'm ready to learn more about myself. I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to look at different areas of my life where there's room for improvement. It's really important to come at this challenge with this mindset, because remember that whatever you do, you need to put your whole heart into it. How we do anything is how we do everything. Our higher selves are interested in everything that we do. The universe wants to do something in you and through you in every single area of your life. I want you to just take a moment right now and think about all the different areas of your life, how you're doing in each of those areas, whether it's health, wealth, dream work, relationships, finances, community, spirituality, career, whatever other categories are relevant for you. And if you look at all those things as a whole, where would you rate yourself in terms of success right now? Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is I'm freaking awesome, crushing everything, killing it, working at my maximum potential. And 1 is like, I don't have a fucking clue what is going on. I need help. I am sucking in every single area. It's total chaos. Whether you're at 1 or whether you're at 10, I want you to just take a moment to really own that for yourself, because you're only human. You're not perfect. None of us are. But you're also the only one that's responsible for you. So just take a moment to really take full responsibility for the results that you have right now. Yes, we can put some blame on the government or an unsupportive family member. Maybe you've invested loads of money in a coach and you're not getting the answers or the results that you want to see right now. You can finger point at whoever you want. By doing that, you're missing that point that the only one who can take action and responsibility, the only one who can make change, is you. This is your mind. This is your mindset. This is how you are choosing to show up every single day. Until you really own that, nothing's gonna change. So what I'm gonna share today is a quick snapshot of how you can figure out what needs to change for you. So what I want you to do is this week, I want you to challenge yourself by trying something, doing something, experiencing something that is maybe totally outside your comfort zone. I want you to do one of those things that makes you nervous, but also kind of excited. Maybe it's a new hobby, maybe it's a webinar, maybe it's an online course. I know there's, limited options right now with the pandemic. You might have to get a little bit creative with this. To help out, I'm gonna give you an example. Those of you who follow me, you know that I don't teach anything and I don't share anything that I haven't tried and been successful with myself. So 5 weeks ago, I joined an online Bible study group. I am not a Christian. I never have been. Both my parents are atheists. The most I've ever done in connection to religion was religious education classes at school, but even then, because of growing up in a household where religion just wasn't considered an importance, they weren't exactly classes that I paid much attention to. So anyway, 5 weeks ago, I was sporadically invited to this Bible study group. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I don't know much about Christianity or religion in general. I just thought, maybe this is a growing point for me. Christianity is something that's so important to so many people across the globe, and maybe I'll learn something about myself, or maybe I'll learn something about all these other people. Let me tell you now, hand on heart, I am not a born-again Christian, but in the past 5 weeks that I've been doing this online Bible study, I have learned so much about myself and so much about other people too. I want to share with you a bit more about what I learned so that you can apply this yourself when you go into this challenge that I'm giving you for this week and you try something that pushes you to the edge of your comfort zone. So this group is taking place online. It's me and 4 other girls. We're all in our late 20s, early 30s. So it's not like that super churchy, preachy style thing. This is a group of women taking passages from the Bible, discussing them, and talking about the ways that they apply to our waking lives. We're discussing challenges that come up in the Bible, and we're talking about how we relate to a lot of these things. This is not time to shove God down your throat. This is just women getting really vulnerable, dedicating time to each other into this new practice. So one of the first lessons that I learned for myself was immediate. And that was that I truly learned by doing. Don't get me wrong, I was terrified to join this. I didn't know what to expect. I felt sick to my stomach before the first meeting. But that will not stop me from doing something. In general, I think I'm quite a go, go, go kind of person. Some people find that kind of like, and my other half is like that. He wants to have all the information and the instruction manual before starting anything. Whereas I'm like the fuck the manual type of person, like let's just try it out. As you all know, there's pros and cons to both. Anyway, this group is delving deeper and deeper. We're getting to know each other more and more. We're learning about who we are as people, our strengths, our weaknesses. The way people share their feelings in the group also taught me a lot about different people and approaches. So interesting how people focus on the positive, some people focus on the negative. This seems to have a direct correlation with the kind of results that we get. But it's also really interesting how from the same pieces of information, some people take really positives out of it and some people take a lot of negatives out of it. So one example is obviously we brought up the current events going on in the world right now, the protests, and one of the girls is very focused in on death, destruction, anxiety, chaos. Whereas, as I said, I've been really focused on this time's been interesting for people coming together to fight a cause, millions of donations, protests on a global scale. It's shifting and lighting this fire in millions of people across the globe. I'm not saying she's wrong for thinking about the negative side of things. There is definitely death, chaos, and destruction. But I'm saying that the perspective we take definitely has some correlation to the way we live our lives. And what this taught me was how this kind of attitude that I choose to have, and it is a choice, has been key for me in achieving results in my personal life and in my business. Going back to my first point, I always think I can do something. And yes, this does mean I run into problems. I dive in head first. Sometimes that doesn't work out for me. But I think this has been beneficial to me overall. I'd say that overall, diving in and giving something a go has been more beneficial than being overly cautious, never really knowing how I would have actually done with something. One of my coaches taught me about this as well. She taught me that whatever you do, if you're overly cautious about it, whatever it is, just know that there's someone out there who's worse at it than you, but simply not as cautious, who's gonna do it anyway. That really made me think a lot. I think what the girl in my group is learning more about herself is that she can get in these negative spirals and they don't really do much for her. Freaking out about a situation doesn't help her and it doesn't help the people in the situation either. And I know for myself, when I can get in that kind of negative spiral, I can lose days of my life to that. Don't get me wrong, I've been there plenty of times. But where I'm at now, I would much rather know the truth of a situation rather than follow my anxious mind about all the what might be. A great example of this is in this video right now. If you've been following me, and thank you, you will know that I don't do fuck all to edit my videos. This is because I don't consider myself a tech person, and when I start to think about video editing, tech skills, and all that kind of stuff, I start feeling confused and disgusted. I've been watching more and more videos. I've been watching the kids, the cool kids on TikTok. These kids are, some of them are like 5 years old, and they're doing amazing video editing things. I told myself, look, if these kids can do it, so can I. I watched a 20-minute YouTube video, I downloaded the software, and now look at me. I'm editing videos. And you know what? Afterwards, I felt incredibly empowered and totally changed my life. So here's the thing. When I went back to that concept of how I do anything is how I do everything, it showed me that even when I'm in a situation that's outside of my business or what I believe is in line with the results I'm trying to achieve, I can see who I am. I can step back and review characteristics that I need to work on. So what I'm saying is do those things that frighten you a little bit. Notice where your edge is, where you start to back away from things. Notice where fear and anxiety comes up for you. When we face challenges head on, we get better with them. You back off in life, you're gonna back off when an incredible opportunity comes your way too. That's you backing away from the results that you deserve to get. So being disciplined and challenging yourself in all areas of life is necessary. It is not about creating an echo chamber of happiness for yourself. Whatever those things are that excite you and they scare you, go for it. Just try it. Just see what happens. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe a new opportunity will come up for you. And I want you to share this as well. Please tag me in a picture of what you decide to try. Tag me and say, Lana, I absolutely shat my pants. But you know what? I did it anyway, and this is what I learned about myself. If you're feeling extra confident, before we finish, I want you to comment with whatever popped into your mind as we were talking about this. Let me know what you think you want to give a go. Something that you know is going to reveal something about your character. It's going to push you to that edge. Hold yourself accountable and share it with me here today. This is character building. This is breaking boundaries. This is leaving the comfort zone and becoming the best version of yourself. Becoming a version of you that you truly deserve to be. It's really important to look at yourself, look at your character, know who you are, constantly push yourself and learn more about yourself. So I'm really excited to hear all about what you guys are gonna try. I'm really excited for you to tag me in what you do try. And if you aren't open to publicly sharing, I don't bite. Send me a private message about it. Just tell me about it. I would love to share this experience and celebrate with you. If you don't know how to get started on this, but you're interested, again, send me a message. Let me help you put together a plan. For those of you who have seen some of my previous Get Lucid TV episodes, in particular episode 2, which is From Fear to Flow, you'll know that I shared about my childhood phobia of butterflies and how I conquered this fear by getting lucid and simply working on some of those fears and phobias in the dream space. So if going out this week or diving into a new thing feels like too much, ask your dreams for guidance or get lucid and try something in the safe environment of your dream space. But just do something. Challenge yourself and celebrate the challenge. I always start all of my private sessions off with a celebration, either from that day or from that week. So if you don't have someone to celebrate whatever thing, it can be a weird ass thing that you've decided to push yourself, challenge yourself with. If you don't have someone to celebrate that with you, please let me be that person for you. Thank you as always for tuning in. Wishing you an abundance of love, lucidity, and growth this week.